Should we like do like our old intro like
Oh my god, you look so cute. We're matching. It's so cute.
you're cute.
Thank you. Hey guys, it's Fiya here, and I have a special guest
Hi, it's Carl. It's been a while. Like, it's been like 2 years.
since we had our first podcast before.
Throwback kan.
Throwback a little bit. Here's the video if you want to see just for a bit. Podcast with Fiya and the topic today is basically about female friendships. Can you tell us about your background?
Masa I sekolah rendah pun, sekolah rendah I went to 2 schools. But for my secondary, I went to 3 schools. Sekolah rendah, it doesn't, tak ada problem sangat pun with friends kan. Kalau macam ada problem pun semua macam, oh sorry lah, kan dapat dah. Like kids kan, macam tu. But then as we grow up, dia macam,
Ada
okay
drama
lah, I
lah.
mean, yeah, I mean semua orang went to puberty. So, semua ada dia orang punya. So, female friendship ni but mostly dia mula during secondary school lah, high school.
Yelah,
Kan?
sebab we're all in like the identity crisis stage. We don't know ourselves yet kan. Lepas tu kita mix with people yang sama.
Ya, diorang sendiri confused, kita pun tengah confused, but then macam bila macam nak kenal dengan dia, tapi kita sendiri tak kenal diri kita, end up macam bergaduh.
Betul.
Kita sendiri tak faham diri kita lagi. So, kita nak faham orang lain, tak boleh nak faham sebab salahkan kita, kita pun salahkan dia balik.
Can you share some of your experiences with like female friends?
Actually kan, dulu, so I went to a Mahat Tafiz tau. Kita belajar like hadis, Al-Quran, like that. So, we were separated lah from the boys. Even in classes, macam semua perempuan je. So, when I first masuk sekolah tu, I thought macam, oh, it's a sekolah agama. So, I assume everyone is baik, everyone is positive. You know macam, okay, kita mesti macam, yelah kita kena bersangka baik dengan orang kan. So, I assume that all of us macam tu. Like the girls macam tu lah. At the end of the day, kita pun manusia. Yelah kita sendiri tak kenal diri kita sendiri semua tu kan. When I first masuk situ, kita jenis macam homesick tau. Homesick.
Yeah.
Macam bila di situ macam, I want home, I want to go back home, I want my mom. Macam that. Bila kita dekat situ, we were actually wanting reassurance from the people there. Diorang not really macam tu. Like, I mean, you cannot judge a person by its book. So, tak semestinya that person pakai tudung labuh makna pun diorang tu boleh fikir like positif. Tak semestinya orang tu belajar agama pun dia tu baik.
Ya, betul. I mean, kalau tengok, no one is perfect. Nak cakap orang pakai tudung tu baik sangat. Memang ikut individual sendirilah. Kalau kita stereotype, for example, people yang tak pakai tudung and then diorang macam jahat.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair sebab it's individual punya intention kan. Kita tak tahu intention orang.
Kadang orang tak pakai tudung pun, they are the ones yang macam lagi cukup solat daripada orang yang pakai tudung. Because we'll never know diorang macam mana. Maybe from that side diorang kurang, but then family diorang jaga banyak solat. So dia pun okay to solat. And during that time, I feel macam everyone is so judgy with each other. And then they just assume like, oh, asal kau nak pakai tudung pendek? Kau ni jahat, kau ni tak baik sebab kau pakai tudung ni. Mesti kau buat benda-benda situ, faham tak? Like the assumptions between girls, they want people to cakap like pandang baik kat diorang. But then diorang yang pandang buruk dekat orang lain. You know like people always say it's fine if you don't find your girls dekat sekolah because later on you'll go to college, you go to university. So you meet more people there.
Yeah.
But now when I go to college, I just feel it's the same. Lying, toxicity, it's like a normal thing nowadays. Like it's normal for you to lie, talk behind your friends. And then when you're talking to them, macam seolah-olah macam kau tak cakap belakang apa pasal diorang.
They appear so nice in front of you, tapi belakang they talk bad about you lah, apalah. I pernah jumpa like that kind of friend so many times. Kalau nak cakap only female friends tu memang susah because I found like some male friends as well who did that before. So I think it's like in general, not all female friendships like that. And not all male friendships is like drama free. So it depends on the person lah kan.
True. We all are tired of like dengar macam friendship perempuan je mesti toxic. Friendship perempuan je mesti negative. We are all tired of that. Tapi at the same time, benda tu terjadi.
Betul. Actually isu ni benda serious kan. Memang kalau pergi dekat mana-mana pun mesti ada toxic female friends. You don't know who you can trust. And kalau ada jumpa kawan yang baik, memang like something we can be grateful lah. Like I'm like really grateful that I'm friends with you because like, you're one of like the female friends. So it's like I'm grateful for that. Alhamdulillah.
Same here, sis. I'm always grateful. Like even from day one, it's actually a blessing lah. We can like both of us can like talk whenever we want.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Like, everything is fine. Like okay. Like
to be considered like as like a good friendship, what qualities of friends do you want to have like in a friendship?
thing yang paling important is actually you kena terima the other one punya mental health. If contohlah, my friend has a mental health issue, I have to terima, and then whatever she says, it's not that I have to patuh. It's just not that I tak patut lah. I ni ketawakan dia, faham tak?
Faham.
Mental issue is something serious that you cannot like laugh about. Having a friend yang understands your mental health is very important.
Betul.
That's one thing yang I tanamkan diri I if I want a new friend. Like if I jumpa orang baru, I would like macam okay, kenal slow. Tengoklah macam dia tu boleh ke nak terima kita ni macam ni, you know. That's one of the qualities lah yang I look for.
Yeah.
Sebab kalau nak cakap pasal, I mean everyone has their trust issue punya level, right? So macam between girls, it's hard to find a girl yang boleh tak broke your trust.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays sebab kita perempuan sendiri, kita especially bila tengah during that time of the month, kita tak boleh control kita hormon kan. So kadang kalau kita marah, kita macam terkeluar. Kata orang dia macam tak boleh kawal benda tu. So it's very hard to find trust between girls.
So like what you said is actually true. Pasal mental health tu kalau diorang tak faham, memang susah nak berkawan sebab nanti diorang make fun of you, they talk bad about you just because of your mental health kan. So benda macam tu memang kena look out for lah. But then when it comes to like female friendships, I think it's because I don't usually go in groups. I'm not really a group kind of person. So memang I don't have that much experience, especially now. Dulu memang I have lah. But that was like in the past. Now in the present, memang my female friends are all like scattered. They're not like in a group. So I think that's something I trust more. Sebab diorang tak ada like this connection where they can talk to each other behind backs or something. I'm not saying all girls are like that. Sebab I know there are so many girls yang very sweet, very like they won't talk bad about people, and that's like you know it's something rare to find, but. When you get it, when you have that kind of friendship, like alhamdulillah, you know.
Yeah, betul pun. Like even now, I macam you lah. I do have girlfriends. But it's not in a group. I have no friends like more than 2. Like yalah, kita banyak pindah sekolah, right? So
yeah.
every school until now, I rasa I only like rapat dengan one girl. Like everywhere I go, I only rapat with one girl. Like it is never in a group. Bila in a group, even though it's only 3%, mesti ada jadi something. Bukan nak mention, but then macam even baru-baru ni pun I was in a girl group, friends. But bila you know like on TikTok, it's always like macam if you're friends in a group of 3, mesti there's one person yang kena
Left
palau.
out.
Yeah, you know palau?
Palau.
So it's being kena left out apa semua. But then bila this one tries to cakap apa yang dia rasa, still being ignored. Kadang orang tak faham like the person's punya point of view. Instead, diorang blame je the person macam salah kau lah.
Betul.
Kau macam ni, faham tak?
Yeah, I mean, in a friendship, kalau you guys feel like certain emotion, like certain feeling about the other person, it's best to like macam communicate kan. Sebab every one of us, kita tak raise dengan communication. So memang benda ni tak biasa kan. So kadang-kadang the issue is very small. Tapi because we don't know how to communicate tu, memang susah lah. Something we have to learn in order to have like a healthy friendship.
Learning to communicate tu sendiri pun takes time.
Yeah.
Even in a family pun it takes time to learn.
Betul.
So apa lagi bila dalam friendship kan?
What I understand about like friendship and like relationships in general, like in any type of relationships, each dynamic memang communication style is different. So you need to establish tu, like based on that person only. Macam that communication has to be macam only in that group. And then if you have another relationship with other people, you know, you're gonna have to have establish another a way of communication as well. So memang different. Sometimes it's hard, but it depends lah. If they have the same values, macam they nak get better, they want to improve on themselves, I think orang macam tu is so much easier to communicate with, even though they're not good at it. Because at times, diorang akan start getting better along the way with you. Tapi I guess ramai sekarang, this modern generation, semua communicate pun dalam text and then a short form. Kan? Tak jumpa pun okay lah. You know, just cakap in call ke apa ke, but the communication tak ada.
So kalau macam Fiya, what about you? Kalau you berkawan, what qualities you would look for?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting interviewed now. I want people around me who are like also very into macam self-improvement. Like people that I can grow with, you know?
Sure.
People that I can learn with. That is like one thing that is very important because I don't have like a friend circle. I think everyone is scattered, right? Tapi I'm generally really happy with the people I have now. Macam I have friends here and there. And we talk once in a while. I don't really talk to people every single day, but having like friendships that I can text anytime, as in tak rasa macam like, oh my god, I have to reply to them like, as soon as possible. That makes me feel more chill and calm. Like I generally feel very happy. Yeah, comfortable in that kind of friendship. Sebab kalau tak ada that kind of friendship, yang rasa macam like, oh my god, kenapa tak jawab as soon as possible. That one I feel very overwhelmed because sometimes I get tired and I need time for myself a lot. So kalau nak answer text so quickly tu, like I take my time. It's not something like I'm not trying to ignore people. Tapi when they pressure me like that, I feel very much overwhelmed and yeah. So when it comes to friendships, kalau kita boleh cakap like once in a while or like times where just check in often ke, I don't mind that generally. Like, cause I prefer quality over quantity. So yeah, memang people that I can macam learn something from, you know.
Yeah, I agree juga dengan that opinion sebab I've been gone through that kind of situation tau where I sendiri like in college kita mesti nak belajar untuk like nak improve diri kita lah macam takkanlah in semester 1 kita dekat atas, lepas tu semester 2 tak kita nak drop kan. Teruslah kita nak ada benda kebaikan, apa, like improvement lah dekat diri kita, right? So, having friends that have sama like, you know, dia pun nak improve diri dia. So, it actually helps lah bila macam kita nampak apa yang kita nak, kita nampak the goals. So, it's senang tu develop diri kita apa semua kan. So, bila ada kawan yang jenis macam they don't really mind about it, dia macam sedih sebab macam contoh macam I'm a girls girl lah. So bila nampak kawan kita macam lacking, kita macam tak best lah, faham tak? Macam tak best nak belajar. Kita macam kita nak sama-sama naik ni, tapi why am I giving the extra effort while you not? And then bila macam contoh they didn't achieve what they targeted, kita pun jadi macam sad sebab yelah kita macam haven't I done anything to help them? Faham tak? Rasa macam dia tak cukup. But then you did, like we actually did help them, but diorang sendiri yang tak letak the effort. But then they blame themselves. Tapi it's actually on them. But kita as kawan kita sedih lah kan. But then kita macam tak boleh nak buat apa sebab it's on them.
I feel you so much on that. Sebab I generally memang kalau my friends are not doing well ke apa, I will try my best to help them in any way possible. Like emotionally ke, like if I can do it physically, I would love to help them physically as well. Tapi like there are times where even kalau kita help pun diorang tak nak ambil that help. Some of them because they don't realize ke, or they're not at that stage where they feel like they want to get better. Tapi kadang-kadang there are people like that who feel like they want to get better tapi they don't know how. So of course for us macam we want to see them succeed, right? Succeed the best
like
things in
we
life
want
kan.
to get this close together lah kan.
So like macam grow together to achieve something great.
Yeah,
But because diorang punya timeline is different from us, kita rasa macam sedih kan. But of course, kita sendiri, we can't do anything much about it. All we can do macam is help. Kalau diorang tak nak, we can't do anything because it's their own life. Yeah, unfortunately, but I mean, they'll probably find their own way later. I really hope so. Because as when we're not perfect and we're probably like lacking on other things as well, kan?
Do you like ever have a thought macam contoh like you gaduh in that group? Like actually tak gaduh pun. Macam mana nak cakap?
Macam ada drama lah, ke apa?
Like there's a drama happening, but then like you don't want the drama to be a big issue.
Okay.
You decided you go your way lah. Okay, whatever what is happening, I don't want to put any pressure on them. So but then it's not like you terus cut them off.
Slowly
Like,
distance yourself lah.
You're distancing yourself sebab apa yang diorang buat. So for contoh like diorang mempersendirikan your mental health. You don't want to put yourself in a situation yang buat you question your worth, you know.
Huh?
Like, is it my fault to have this mental issue? So you tak nak put that, tak nak letak diri you dalam that situation. So you decided to
pull yourself away.
Yalah. But then at the end of the day, diorang macam tiba-tiba salahkan you. Faham tak? That's actually one of the things between what happens dekat female friendship, you know. It actually hurts, but then macam you are trying to selamatkan diri you. But then macam tiba-tiba kena that kind of backlash.
This kind of people memang diorang tak faham lah us. I mean, I don't blame them, but the way they react to memang something that they need to work on lah first, right? Especially kalau friends yang ada mental health issues, like mental illnesses, they need supportive friends yang can give them good support. But because they don't understand, obviously the one thing we have in mind is like, oh my god, I can't be with these people. So but I can't.
It feels like you're torturing yourself.
Yeah, macam like you're forcing yourself into this friendship that you don't even want to be in, because every time you're around them, you feel very bad about yourself. You feel like you hate yourself more. So you distance yourself. That I understand that it happens to a lot of people, I believe. But that's why when it comes to raising awareness about mental illnesses is really important. I think that's a lot of people, especially like in Malaysia, I think, in Asian countries, mental illnesses is not really like a wide topic.
Not all people like understand actually about this thing.
Yeah,
like even when they say like, oh, I know mental issue, but they don't know how to like handle the situation.
Faham? Yeah.
Like even if it happens among their friends pun, diorang macam like they act like they know, but they actually don't.
Yeah. I've heard that before, because my friends ada lah cakap pasal tu. They went through this like something similar. I wouldn't say like exactly the same, but it's like something similar. And I totally feel macam I wish I could help in that position. I only could like listen, and that's all I can do. And as much as I want to help, all I can do is just reassure them. And but generally though, people with mental illnesses, you guys are really strong. I'm not even kidding. Having mental illness is not an easy thing, and it's really, really tough out there, honestly, especially when you're going through a lot of things in your head and people tak faham. Lagi lah you feel macam lonely and all that stuff kalau being around people yang tak faham all these things. So that's why it's really important to find like a circle of friends, or at least friends that understand that. Because mental illness is not a joke. It's not something you can just macam chill, you know, like, oh my god, sabar je lah, like everyone goes through something. No, that's not it. Because we don't know, we don't know what people think, what people have in their heads. Sometimes it takes so much of them when you have a lot of things in mind, right? It's so draining, and it can really affect your physical health. So having supportive friends is really important. Kalau they don't understand, then it's better to like walk away. So what you're doing, so what like those people are doing also, are that is an incredible step. It's probably really hard, tapi to see how people are like strong enough to like walk away, because not a lot of people can walk away, or they don't feel like they want to walk away because they're scared to lose their friends. But if you respect yourself enough, then you're definitely going to have to pull yourself out of it. It's about, that's like the most effective way. Doesn't matter what they think. It's about, you know, they don't understand.
About yourself, yeah.
Yeah. So
You're just saving yourself from more damage that has been already done, you know.
definitely.
I am currently living my life happily. So, you know, like, I didn't mean to cut you guys off. Tapi with the things happening, what you guys are doing, it really tormented me. Like, sakit lah kan to go through those things. So macam, why would I stay when I know you guys are hurting me, but you guys don't know that you guys are hurting me? Faham tak? So macam, but then diorang rasa macam kita ni juga yang salah sebab kita buang diorang. We have to, macam benda tu kena juga nak tak nak. Like, if you want to see you grow, then you have to buat lah. You have to do what you have to do.
Yeah. I mean, kadang-kadang even though you want to stay so badly, at the same time we feel like macam, oh my god, berat lah hati. Like, I feel so heavy that I just can't stay in this environment anymore. All you can do is like pull yourself out in that situation, kan. That's how it is. Sometimes maybe because our heart knows, like Allah knows exactly like that situation is not good for us, so that's why we pull ourselves away. We like even though we tried so hard, kan.
Kadang macam kita letak effort, but then macam yelah, bila kita letak effort banyak, kadang-kadang orang tak perasan effort tu. Orang lebih perasan effort yang diorang letak.
Betul.
You know, like, I read on, I'm not sure like Twitter or TikTok lah, but then they say, if you want to fix a relationship, whatever lah, like friendship or whatever, between your parents or family or your siblings, you have to jaga your relationship with Allah first.
Betul.
Like, you have to recheck, like, if you, like, you have to you have to jaga solat lah. That's the point. Like, if you don't jaga your solat, you don't, like, I mean, solat is the way you jaga relationship you with Allah. You sendiri tak jaga relationship you dengan Allah, macam mana you nak jaga hubungan you dengan
orang
manusia?
lain.
Yeah. Like, everything comes back to
Yeah.
your iman, your istilah.
Even though diorang tak kuat sangat pun agama, but they still want to try to be better, I think that's like one of the ways that we can also help and then maybe grow together. But having friends yang macam not really prioritizing the religion, right? There's going to be clashes everywhere when it comes to like hangouts in real life, or like when it comes to talks or something. Some things we just can't much agree with them at all, and then we tend to have like that clash, kan? Yeah. So obviously having friends that are like connected to Allah, or like at least they try to build relationship with Allah, I think that's like one of the most important thing to have in a friend. If you ever, astaghfirullah, I wouldn't want that to happen to anyone, right? But if your iman goes down suddenly, right, at some point in life, kadang-kadang these friends are the ones yang can help us get back up closer to Allah. And that's why it's really important to be surrounded by people who reminds you of Allah. And that's like, you asked me that question before, right? What kind of qualities do I look for in a friendship, right? Yeah, that is like definitely one of it. Obviously, if I'm talking about Muslim friends, that is definitely one of the most top quality that I want in a friend. But if it's like non-Muslims, it's a total different story. If they encourage us to be better in a certain way, then I would keep them as well. Like, it's very motivating. So it doesn't matter like about religion ke tak. But I mean is, if it's a non-Muslim, if they encourage you to be better in other ways, then keep them, you know. If they're Muslims who can encourage you to get closer to Allah, that is also one of it, you know. So it's like macam you guys help each other out lah in some other areas. So yeah, that's something I really look forward in a friendship. Yeah, a lot of people might not be able to understand your own experience, obviously, because it's your own experience, kan.
Yeah.
But at least try to understand, kan, like where you're coming from. Like, you know, like it's probably really hard for you. Maybe I probably, even if you tell me right now, right, I probably won't understand you 100%, but I would be able to understand that it was hard for you. And I bet that it was like not an easy thing that you had to go through back then. And I have no rights to say that, oh my God, that's something very small. Like, why would you care
Yeah.
about it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that's not my place to say because it's not me who experienced it. Maybe if I were to be in your spot, I would take things way more personal than you. Like, if people don't understand you, that's not your fault. You tried to explain, you've done your best to do the best you can to work things out with them, but they don't find that common ground to make things work, then it's definitely not your fault. I guess, like, in this kind of friendships or like issues that we went through, as in with people, like friendships, relationships, or something, it's something that we can learn from. We know what we don't like in a friendship, we know what to avoid. I think if that didn't happen to like any of us, for example, if we didn't have like any bad friendships or those kind of experience, we wouldn't have known our worth. I feel like you know your worth because that happened. You know that you're so worth it that you needed to save yourself from a toxic environment. And I think that's very, very mature of you. That's very wise of you to do so.
I'm a very word affirmation type of person. So macam not blushing.
Same, I am too.
Dia macam, terharu. Like, oh, finally someone understands me.
I would hug you.
Agak nak cry.
So it's so nice to hear. You know, because like you're also not saying like bashful things about people. You're just sharing what you're feeling and
Even though kita try untuk like, I mean, we are not cakap pasal buruk pasal diorang pun. But then diorang terasa macam kita cakap buruk pasal diorang. But actually we are just talking what we feel.
yeah, I feel that. I mean, being in that position was in like both sides. I've been in that both sides before, kan. So rasa macam kadang-kadang like you have your intentions like macam, oh, you want to treat this person so good, like your friend so good, but then to them you're not treating them according to what they want to be treated as, you know? So macam to me, I feel much like what, really? Like I thought I was being nice to you, like I thought I was bukan nak ungkit like you said, kan. But it's like macam to us macam like, oh, I've tried my best already, but then this person got it the wrong way. So macam to me, I feel very defensive lah, macam like, oh my God, like, you know. But then I try to understand, I try my best to understand like where this person's coming from. Maybe what I did was like unfortunately not as what they wanted. So like I try to like accept that and be like, okay, what else can I do to you know, like to fix this. And I've been in that friendship, and alhamdulillah, like the friendship got mended because we talked it out properly. And I think having arguments is really, really normal lah. In like friendship ke relationship memang normal. Tapi is the way how you communicate, how you went through to fix that relationship, to fix that friendship is more important than having the argument itself. You know? So I'm generally really grateful because when I have friendships argument, I genuinely feel very grateful. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel much grateful about like, oh, this is a stage where we can find a common ground to find a specific way to communicate with each other. That is why I'm grateful if I have like a certain disagreement with my friends or something, but we talk it out. And after that, it feels so much lighter. It's about, you've seen this side of me, I've seen that side of you. And it's like, mashallah, like, we got through it, you know? That means if we have potential arguments in the future, we can still fix it. Macam tu lah. That's how I see arguments. I don't feel like mashallah, kalau ada arguments or something, I would be like, oh my God, like why are we having this argument or something? It's more like, I'm grateful.
I do have a girl best friend, which it has been berapa tahun Kejap. That time I 14, sekarang I 23. Almost 10 years lah of friendship.
Yeah.
So, I dengan dia waktu kita sekolah menengah tu adalah gaduh. Tapi bila baik balik tu macam, Kelakar lah.
Ah,
Tak.
tercomel.
Macam kenapa kita gaduh lah.
I think
Macam tu
macam
lah.
tu lah. Like, kalau kita tengok balik, like our old like macam how we gaduh or something like that. And then we tengok like, kenapa kita gaduh? Like, it makes no sense.
Ya, macam apa kita gaduh sebabkan benda ni? I dengan best friend I yang tu, I rasa lama lah tak gaduh. Alhamdulillah lah, dah tak gaduh lah sekarang. I mean, we both now dah besar kan. So, macam
Dah pandai-pandai lah.
ya, dua-dua pun busy. Tak ada masa nak gaduh. Nak
Betul.
gaduh pun sebab gaduh rindu je.
Macam any last word, Kai?
So, whoever who are in a toxic friendship, tak kisahlah female ke with a male friendship, just know your worth. Siapa lagi nak respect your own feelings if bukan diri you sendiri? So, if it is needed for you to cut ties with them, do it just because you have to protect yourself. You don't want to drain yourself.
Thank you. All right, guys, that is it for this podcast. Thank you so much, Kai, for being on this podcast. Like, it's been so long, and I'm really, really glad to have you here.
No problem, baby. I'm always down if you ajak I.
Okay. Next time, inshallah, we'll have another podcast with Kai. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys would enjoy her being on my podcast as well because she's a really great talker. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy and stick around. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Bye! Bye! Bye.